Welcome to the second video of AZ900 Microsoft Azure Fundamental Series. My name is Amit Kumar and I am Microsoft Certified Azure Solution Architect. In this video, I'll discuss what are three cloud service models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Next, I'll discuss what are public, private, and hybrid clouds. Also, we'll see what are difference between on-premise and cloud computing. Cloud computing can be broken down into three cloud computing models: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. These models define the different level of shared responsibility that a cloud provider and cloud tenant are responsible for. Infrastructure as a service. This cloud service model is like managing your own physical servers. In this, the customer can rent resources like virtual servers, storage, and networking on demand from cloud service provider rather than buying hardware which is costly and hard to maintain. The cloud provider manages all the hardware. You will be responsible for handling and managing operating system, network configuration, other resources such as your applications, data, runtime, and middleware. So, for example, Azure virtual machines are fully operational virtual compute devices running Microsoft data center. Advantage of using this cloud service model is that you can deploy new compute devices quickly. Setting up a new virtual machine is considerably faster than procuring, installing, and configuring a physical server. Another example of infrastructure as a service is Azure Container Service. So this model is attractive to companies that want to build application from the very ground up and means who want to control nearly all the elements themselves, but also it requires firms to have the technical skills to be able to orchestrate services at that level. Platform as a service. In this cloud service model with underlying storage, networking, and virtual servers, it also include the tools and software that developers need to build applications. That could include middleware, database management, operating systems, and other development tools. So a PaaS solution requires less user management and does not provide access to the operating system, which means that the PaaS is complete development and deployment environment in the cloud and provides a framework that developers can build upon to develop or customize cloud-based application. So for example, the Azure Web Services provide an environment for you to host your web application, but you don't have to access the virtual machine and the operating system. Another example is Azure SQL Database, which is fully managed platform as a service database engine that handles most of the database management functions such as upgrading, patching, backups, and monitoring without user involvement. Other examples are Azure Search, Azure CDN, and Azure Functions. Software as a service is the delivery of application as a service. Probably the version of cloud computing I think most people are using day-to-day basis. It utilizes the internet and delivers the application to the customer. Most of the SaaS application does not require any download as they can use directly through the web browser. In this, basically the underlying hardware and operating system is irrelevant to the end user. It is the highest abstraction level and allow you to just use the application. You don't have to build it, just configure it and use it. So in this, actually the cloud service provider manages all aspects of the application environment such as virtual machine, networking resources, data storage, and application. So tenant only need to provide their data to the application managed by the cloud provider and then use it. So for example, Office 365 provide a fully working version of Office that runs in the cloud. All that you need to do is create your content and Office 365 take care of everything else. What are public, private, and hybrid clouds? There are three major types of cloud service deployment models: public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. So, public cloud. This is most common deployment model. In this, you don't have to manage any on-premise hardware. Everything runs on your cloud provider's hardware. You save additional costs by sharing computing resources with other cloud users, that is with multi-tenant architecture. It is highly scalable as you don't have to buy a new server in order to scale. You can scale quickly and pricing will be pay as you go, just adding another virtual machine. So now what is private cloud? Private cloud can meet strict security compliance or legal requirement. In this, you create a cloud environment in your own data center and provide self-service access to compute resources to users in your organization. You can also ensure the configuration can support any scenario or legacy application. This cloud infrastructure is exclusively for single organization. No sharing. It can be on-premise or hosted externally. Next is hybrid cloud. A hybrid cloud is a type of cloud computing that combines on-premise infrastructure or a private cloud with a public cloud. Hybrid cloud is the combination of public and private cloud, allowing you to run your application in the most appropriate location. Hybrid cloud allow data and apps to move between the two environments. So, for example, you could host a website in the public cloud and link it to highly secure database hosted in your private cloud on prem which is can be on-premise data center. So you have flexibility with what you can run locally versus in the cloud. You can use your own equipment to meet security, compliance, or legacy scenarios where you need to completely control the environment. On-premise versus cloud computing. On-premise computing is a type of computing in which the infrastructure is installed on the user's computer in a premise where all the computing resources are accessed and managed by the organization itself. Unlike on-premise, cloud computing is the delivery of a demand computer system resources requiring no active management and usually includes applications such as storage and processing power. Now we'll see what are the differences between on-premise and cloud computing. So differences between on-premise and cloud computing. So in terms of deployment in an on-premise environment, resources are deployed in-house and without an enterprise's IT infrastructure. An enterprise is responsible for maintaining the solution and all its related processes. In cloud computing, while there are different forms of cloud computing such as public, private, and hybrid cloud, in a public cloud computing environment, resources are hosted on premises of the service provider, but enterprises are able to access these resources and use as much as they want at any given time. Now, in terms of cost for enterprise that deploy software on premise, they are responsible for the ongoing cost of the server, hardware, power consumption, and space, and everything. Enterprises that elect to use a cloud computing model only need to pay for the resources that they use, with none of the maintenance and upkeep costs, and the price adjusts up or down depending on how much is consumed. In terms of control, in an on-premise environment, enterprise retain all their data and are fully in control of what happens to it, for better or worse. Companies in highly regulated industry with extra privacy concerns are more likely to hesitate to leap into the cloud before others because of this reason. In a cloud computing environment, the question and ownership of data is one that many companies and vendors have struggled with. Data and encryption keys reside within your third party provider. So if the unexpected happens and there is downtime, you may be unable to access that data. Now, in terms of security, companies that have extra sensitive information, such as government and banking industry, must have a certain level of security and privacy that on-premise environment provides. Despite the promise of the cloud, security is the primary concern for many industries. So an on-premise environment, despite some of its drawback and price tag, make more sense. Security concerns remain the number one barrier to cloud computing deployment. There have been many publicized cloud breaches and IT department around the world are concerned. Let's look at some sample questions which is very much similar to the questions you will get in exam. So first question is, you plan to provision infrastructure as a service IaaS resources in Azure. Which resource is an example of IaaS? Options are Azure Web App, Azure Virtual Machine, Azure Logic App, and Azure SQL Database. So the correct answer is Azure Virtual Machine, which is an example of infrastructure as a service. Second question is, Azure SQL Database is an example of options are infrastructure as a service, software as a service, or platform as a service. So Azure SQL Database is an example of platform as a service. Correct answer is C. So basically, when you purchase SQL database, you don't need to maintain anything related to SQL platform because Microsoft will manage for you. That's why it is platform as a service. In which type of cloud model, a third party owned all the hardware resources and multiple tenants share the resources. So options are a private cloud, hybrid cloud, or public cloud. Answer of this question is public cloud. Because here tenants are the customers, so and the third party companies are the cloud service provider like Microsoft Azure, AWS, or Google. So these cloud service provider own all the hardware, and tenants who are the customers, they share these public cloud services. Thanks for watching this video. Please leave your feedback in the comments. In the next video of AZ900 Azure Fundamental Series, we will discuss principle of economies of scale, capital expenditure CapEx versus operational expenditure OpEx, and consumption and fixed cost models.